a lot of our job is replaced by machines because they're more reliable and more accurate. But there is one thing that machines cannot really replace, and that is creativity, at least for now. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can improve your creativity so you can stay competitive. Hello everyone, my name is Keith and I create content about career empowerment. So I've been creating content for quite a while now. You might see this is a new channel, but in fact I have been creating content on different platforms for a while now. So I have plenty of ideas in my backlog. It's just that I don't have time to go through it, but I'll never have to worry about running out of ideas. So I will share my approach with you on how do I generate great ideas frequently. And again, creativity is something that you can train, so don't say stuff like I'm just not creative, it's not for me. No, that is not the case. And if you find this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe and click the notification bell. Now when we say someone is creative, what's your thought about it? Would you be thinking stuff like, wow, this person is so smart, he can come up with things so original, it's so unique, how did they manage to do that? It's so amazing. In my opinion, I think most ideas created are not really generated from scratch. Creativity is the ability to synthesize your knowledge, your experience, your skills, your styles into something that is really unique.
I have a pen, I have an apple, apple pen.
It's not creating something from scratch. That means if you train your skills on synthesizing, then you will become very creative. The first element to stay creative is you have to have an open mind. Without referencing, my definitions of being open mind is they are able or willing to accept ideas without any prejudice, and they are even willing to break the rules or traditions when required. Now see, it's great to be open-minded. Many people say they are, but in fact they really aren't. Now I'll just give you a quick example. So you know TikTok, right? A lot of people think TikTok is for the young people, it's full of stupid people, and you know there are lots of stupid prank challenge or anything. I know a lot of my friends, they despise of TikTok and they think this is stupid, only stupid people use it. If you ask for my opinion, I think it's somewhat true to some certain extent, because I know a lot of people are like being really obsessed with it, but the thing is there's still a bunch of people making huge success in TikTok. They are building a successful personal brand from there. If you think it's something that's for silly people, then of course you won't pay any attention to it, you won't even bother using it. But as I say, a lot of people are making success to it. So it's all about perspective. If you don't think more about this platform, then you'll miss out. You don't see the opportunity in it. And another thing is, wait a second. Now back to the point. Another example is the coffin dance that went viral again this year. So why is it so funny? Why is it so popular? It really breaks the tradition, right? Because we think funerals are supposed to be solemn, it's supposed to be serious, but that dance is so funny, so stylish. That's why it makes it so special. Some might argue this is not a good example because Canadian already have that dance tradition in funeral, but it's Benjamin Adu, the leader of that dance troupe. They bring it to the next level. They make the dance so funny, so stylish, and that's why they're successful. So you see, you just have to be open-minded and willing to break the traditions and the norms just to make it so special, and then, well, you have huge success from that. So always have an open mind and don't reject ideas emotionally, because you could be missing out a lot. The same tip here is you should be adventurous and willing to try out new things. Creativity is really the ability to synthesize your knowledge and your experience, right? So I just want to use an analogy here. Generating ideas is pretty much like cooking dishes. If your shelf doesn't have a huge variety of ingredients, then of course your recipe is kind of limited by it, right? And if you're in a competition, then you're pretty much in trouble. So if you try out new things, that is kind of like adding new ingredients to the shelf. The more ingredients you have, the more variety you can choose from it, and the more likely you're going to cook a tasty dish. So how do you explore more in your life? And there's a couple of things you can do. The first will be travel, because you're going to a brand new place. The culture is different, the habits are different as well, so you get to experience a lot of different things to your life. And second is definitely read more books, because as you read, you are reading somebody's knowledge condensed into a book, right? So there's a very valuable investment, and you should read more books. And third thing is try to expand your connections, connect with more people. Now you see, everyone is individual, so they have different experience. If you get to know them well, you get to know their experience, and of course that could add spice into your life too. And not to mention, you could be inspired in a conversation, so why not try to reach out to other people, connect with them, and also broaden your interests. Try to pick up more hobbies if you can, because you never know, maybe you'll find something that's really interesting, and maybe you can apply that knowledge to something you're working on. It might become something really unique. Or if you can't really do any of the above, well, chances you might be making excuses, but the minimum effort you can do is do something that's out of ordinary. Maybe drive a different route to your office, or try a new restaurant. Just do something that's not usual, not you don't usually do, and that could also work as well. The idea is just do something really different so that you don't get used to it. And the third approach that I find really helpful is you should have the ability to switch back to a beginner's mindset. So you see, a lot of time we rely on conventional wisdom, so there's something we don't even bother trying because we know that's never going to work. But the thing is, we really shouldn't be autopiloting. You never know, maybe we are overseeing things. And do you know why children are a lot more creative than adults? Because they don't know any limitations, they don't know what's impossible, so they can come up with lots of you might say ridiculous, but I'll say interesting ideas, and that is part of the reason. So when you're stuck, sometimes be sure to switch back and forth just so you can apply the beginner's mindset. Keep asking questions, even you might think that's a dumb question, just keep asking it, why not? And yeah, and of course ask the why not as well. Like why not? Why can't we do that? Why? Just ask a bunch of why questions. Like, try to be annoying as you can and ignorant as you can, because maybe the answers are underlying in those seemingly simple questions. And the fourth tip here is do a lot of brainstorming exercise. I can't stress that enough again, because creativity can be trained. So this exercise is very, very simple. First, just grab a pen and paper. Second, you come up with a theme. And thirdly, just come up with 10 ideas. So say if your theme today is traveling, it could be stuff like how to not piss off your spouse when you're on a trip. I don't know, maybe how to flirt if you don't know their language, stuff like that. So just come up with 10 ideas. It doesn't have to be good. And again, as I said, it doesn't have to be good. And you can write as many dumb ideas as you want, because the idea is you want to keep the momentum. You want to keep on training your creativity muscle, because the more you do it, the more likely you're going to generate good ideas. Why not give it a try? It doesn't require that much effort, and be sure to write it down. Don't just come with something on your head, because I always believe in the power of writing it down, sort out your mind, and it's a lot more clear. Well, I mean, it doesn't take you that much time to grab a pen and paper, right? So don't be lazy, just get started anyway. And that is pretty much it. Now, some people might argue, well, my role doesn't require any creativity. Say if you are a storeman, or you are like a waiter or waitress, you don't need to be too creative, right? But that is wrong, because either your job can be replaced easily, or if you want to move up in the corporate ladder, you still want to become creative, because that is something everyone values a lot. Definitely work on your creativity, you will not regret it. It is fun to create as well, so don't feel overwhelmed, because creativity can always be trained. So to sum it up, you just need to be open-minded, you need to be adventurous and willing to try new things, and thirdly, be sure to have a beginner's mindset just so we can switch back and forth. And lastly, practice. Just come up with something. Just keep on coming up with ideas. Keep your momentum going. Build your momentum. Now, if you find my advice helpful, be sure to comment below. I'll be so happy to hear back from you. And again, my name is Keith, so my mission is to help the young professional to become the star performer. So If you have any questions, be sure to let me know again as well. Subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell just so you don't miss out. Alright, I'll see you again next time.